When you are part of a committed relationship, you have a built-in scapegoat when things aren't going the way you want. I'm Leslie Dories, your marriage coach, and I was thinking about this as I was watching the movie Jay Kelly with George Clooney. And there's a line in the movie where an old acting buddy of his says to him, "You stole my life." And that sentence alone explains why a lot of marriages quietly fall apart. Now, Tim, the character, the old, acting buddy, isn't the main character, but he's probably familiar. He looks at this other man, he looks at Jay Kelly and blames him for how Tim's life turned out instead of acknowledging that his own choices actually led to this. And here's why that matters for married men. Because when your marriage doesn't look the way you hoped, it's really tempting to look for someone, anyone, or something to blame. Your wife, your job, timing, life circumstances, you name it, it's all there. But responsibility isn't about fault, it's about agency. And professor at Stanford, his name's BJ Fogg, and he wrote a book called Tiny Habits that says most people don't fail to change because they lack the ability. They fail to change because they lack the courage. And honestly, most men already know what would help your marriage. Listening instead of defending, participating instead of withdrawing, repairing instead of waiting for her to make the first move. And these are all really small actions, but here's what they have in common. They require a little bit of humility. Now, blame feels really powerful in the moment. Responsibility, that feels uncomfortable and icky, and I don't want to do that. But it's actually the only thing that gives you leverage. No one else is ruining your marriage, not even your wife. But because you may have handed parts of it over through your silence or through your avoidance or just plain inaction. Now, the good news is tiny habits means it's not too late to start taking responsibility one small step at a time. And if you're ready to stop blaming and start leading, you can start small. And if you want help seeing where responsibility is missing in your marriage, that's exactly what I help men uncover. And then the effort that you put forth will lead to real success, not ongoing frustration, because you're going to be doing the things that actually work. So if you're ready to make things different, to take ownership of your part, because that's where you have 100% control over what you do, then I invite you to get in touch or just put down in the comment section, "I'm ready." Okay. And until next week, stay loving.